Hi, my name is Jonathan. I've been coming to Fellowship for about 1.5 years now. And one thing I love about Fellowship is it's the first church I've ever been to that really feels like a family to me. And I look around and I see a bunch of people and I'm like, those are my brothers, my sisters. And when this building fund came up, that's one thing that struck me is I've never really been a fan of the building fund because the church has always been the people to me. I never really cared about the building. I've always thought money could be spent in better ways. When I went to India with Pastor Sean, my mind was always on the people there, on the native pastors, and on people back home. While we were in India, a lady came up to Pastor Sean with a prophetic drawing, and it was about the church building fund. And pretty much it described that God wanted to bless the church, but there were a couple obstacles, really small obstacles, that were in the way. And I saw that and it really hit home with me because I felt like I was one of those obstacles. Not that I was hindering the church in any way, but that the fact that I wasn't on board with the building fund meant I was an obstacle. And I thought about that and I prayed about it for a couple of weeks. But when we got back, we went to a prayer meeting. And I was praying, and I felt God tell me, Jonathan, if I'm for this, why are you against it? And I talked back to God, and I said, I just want to make sure that this is for the right reasons. And right after I said that, Pastor Sean prayed, and he said, God, please give us this building so that we can reach people that we couldn't reach before. And to me, that's the right reason. So, on Saturday I prayed that, and on Sunday I donated some money to the church building fund, even though I was in a pretty bad situation. Right after India, my car broke down, my dryer broke down, my phone broke down, and I was hurting, but I knew, God's got my finances in control. And then on Monday, I showed up to work, and I work for a pretty big company, there's several hundred people, but while I was in India they had a safety drawing, and I was the name called, and they gave me a paid day off and $500. And it was one of those things where you just kind of look at it and you're like, I know who's in control. It's all God's money anyway. So that's my testimony. Yeah, Fellowship Church, that's my family, and I want to be a kingdom builder, and I hope we get a building that helps Fellowship Church grow, because I also want to be a family builder.